Hi everyone, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas, and I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late today. I'm trying to do some techie stuff and make it possible to Zoom simultaneously on Facebook or to film simultaneously on Facebook Live and Zoom Live. So whether or not you have a Facebook account, you can join me. But I still need to do a little more learning and research about how exactly to do everything required for that. So today, we're just on Facebook Live. And I wanted to let you know what's happening with Stampin' Up right now. Today is December 1st, which means a brand new featured stamp set here, but it also means some great new promotions at Stampin' Up. The last chance product sale from the July through December mini catalog started today. You can get products discounted up to 60% off. And also, they refreshed the clearance rack. So take advantage of getting both things from both promotions and save on shipping because you put it all in your cart at once. It's great. It's amazing. If you're looking for any retired in colors, cardstock, and printed paper, some ribbon, I saw those in the clearance rack, some retired patterned paper, and some die cuts, embossing folders, punches, a little bit of everything. If you are sad that you missed out on the Perfect Partner dies promotion in September, those dies are in the clearance rack right now at a discount. And the matching stamp sets are currently still available in the catalog. So you could get yourself both of them. Go check them out. Check out the last chance items before they are gone. They are all as long as supplies last. So if you see something you want, you better take advantage of it because nobody knows how long things will last. Today is the first day of our December featured stamp set, Brightest Glow. This is the second stamp set that's in the Lights Aglow Suite. Now we used the Christmas Lights stamp set for our featured stamp set in November, and now we're going to use Brightest Glow. So let me get you pointed down and we will get started. Okay, going over to my computer to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. All right. One thing I noticed in the clearance rack, it is not this particular grid paper, but if you're in need of grid paper, there is some seasonal grid paper and some other grid paper with retired in colors. So I thought that was pretty cool. What we're going to make today is a Christmas card using cherry cobbler cardstock. I'm going to move the camera just a smidgen. Okay. This is cut in half vertically. So we have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and when you cut it in half vertically at 4 1/4, you end up with a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11. And when you fold that in half, you have a card base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to set actually, we're going to just go ahead and do some stuff on this card base. Okay, we will be using this side of the Designer Series paper, and it's cut at 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And we're also using some strips of the gold glimmer paper. Now, here's a tip. Glimmer paper is pretty precious in my opinion, and so I would like to frame this piece of Designer Series paper. But I don't want to use an entire huge piece of glimmer paper. So I have a couple of half-inch strips, and I'm just going to glue them on the back of this Designer Series paper. And I know all of you out there are yelling at me for covering up the gold foil snowflakes, but I wanted the pattern on the other side. Let's see, oops, that doesn't stick well. But I'm doing this so that when I lay it down on my card base, I know it's in the right place. I'm going to slide it just a little bit. Now the other side. It's a little further out than I want it. There we go. Okay, now we'll get this ready to put on the front of our card. I'm going to put glue all over the Designer Series paper and the glimmer strips. It is not even, but that's okay. I don't need it to be even. If you need it to be even, you can do the measuring and figure that out. I just eyeball things. That's what I do. All right. I'm going to set this aside for now and pull out my stamparatus, and we're going to get busy doing some stamping. the only thing I'm going to do is stamp the sentiment. And since this is the first week of Advent, and the theme for this week is hope, that's what I've chosen to use for a sentiment. Wishing you a season of hope and light. I think I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. Go ahead and clean that off. And while I have the Stamparatus out, we're going to go ahead and take care of the inside of the card. So I'm going to move this for a second. And I'm going to line up my card inside. It's a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I always line up my paper with this block with the Stampin' Up symbol in it, so that if it happens to move on me, I know exactly where I want it. And I think I'm just going to put Merry Christmas on the inside of this. And I'm going to choose the Evening Evergreen color for this. You don't have a lot of pressure in your body that you can put down on your Stamparatus. These little tools are amazing. My friend Dana made this for me, so thanks, Dana. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Christmas Lights stamp set. And we're going to add some Christmas lights to the inside of this card. If you don't have the Designer Series paper that we use for this card, it is already retired. It's already gone. But you could create your own using these stamps out of the Christmas Lights stamp set. thinking about what I want to do here. And I think I want to take this and make another set of lights going that way. And then we'll pull out the string of stars to finish it up. Those there, and we're going to close up the tricolor because my stars are going to be evening evergreen. Oops, that's the wrong direction. I want the stamp facing the paper, and the sticker is what I pick up. Now, for this last string, I'm going to show you how this works great if you only have one arm that will work for you. Okay, I'm using my right arm because, believe it or not, my right is my weakest. I'm lining up the stamp and then closing up the stamparatus and inking up my stamp, and then closing up the stamparatus again and grabbing, I'm not sure what that's called, but I love it. And there we have it. And then I'm pulling this out and putting this away for now. Now, gonna see if it's possible. Oh, it's possible to make my thumb green, but to close the stamp pad without two hands. Now, you would need to either have one to hold it or ask somebody to help you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on the inside of my card while I'm thinking about it. Don't know why my dog is barking, but he is. Hopefully they'll be quiet in just a minute. Now, it's time to pull over my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And we're going to use the Lights Aglow dies to cut out our sentiment. slide this through and then decide which label we're going to use. And there is one that works great. So I'll put the other cutting plate on and send it through. All right. Move everything out of the way. Somehow I must not have had this edge completely covered by my cutting block. So I will use my snips to just snip that out, and then we're going to get ready. Okay, and bring this back. Wishing you a season of hope and light, and I think I'm going to cut some of the very vanilla metallic edged ribbon, and we're going to adhere that to the front, and we are going to slide the corners, slide the ribbon through these cutouts. See if I like it with a knot on the end. That came to me as I was looking at that, and I thought, let's try it and see. That knot was not big enough. It just pulled right through. But I think it will look nice after I cut it and do the other edge. Those are not my ribbon scissors. These are. And that's the reason you should have ribbon scissors that you don't use on your paper, because paper dulls them. Okay. I'm going to slip through the die on this side and tie a knot in it. Then I'm going to adhere it with some dimensionals. So I'll grab some of those. Wishing you a season of hope and light. And you can put your ribbon down if you want, or just let it go free. I'm going to add a couple of the festive pearls. Yeah, I should have gotten my take your pick tool out, but I didn't get it today. So I'm just trying to grab them with my scissors, which isn't working so well. I'm just going to put them on our little sentiment label. We're just going to use 3. And there we have it. Wishing you a season of hope and light. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this, and come back next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for our second card using the Brightest Glow stamp set. See you then.